Ar-Rahman-Ar-Rahim. Okay, it's 132, right? That we're continuing with the chapter of the women, the H. Palmer translation. Allah's is what is in the heavens and what is in the earth. And Allah suffices for a guardian. If He will, He can make you pass away, O men, and can bring others. Allah is able to do all that. He who wishes for reward in this world, with Allah is the reward of this world and of the next. And Allah both hears and sees. O ye who believe, be steadfast in justice, witnessing before Allah, though it be against yourselves, or parents, or kindred, be it rich or poor, for Allah is nearer akin than either. Follow not then less so as to act partially, but if ye swerve or turn aside, Allah of what ye do is well aware. O ye who believe, believe in Allah and His Apostle, and in the book which He has revealed to His Apostle, and the book which He has sent down before. For whoso disbelieves in Allah and His angels and His Apostle and the last day has erred a wide error. Verily those who believe and then misbelieve and then believe and then misbelieve and then increase in misbelief, Allah will never pardon them, nor will He guide them in the path. And of course, if the apostate was to be killed, if that's the ideal of Islamic society, that passage would be utterly ridiculous, because that's, we're not supposed to let that happen. But that's not the case in Islam. But there is the penalty of apostasy being death, as listed in the Bible. And I've heard Mashaykh say, well, I can't figure out where Muhammad said it, or so I hear the Jews have this rule, so we're going to kill people because the Jews the Christians have an idea of killing people that we don't have. It's like, are you kidding me? Give to the hypocrites the glad tidings, for them is a grievous woe. Those who take the misbelievers for their patrons rather than the believers, do they crave honor from them? Verily, honor is altogether Allah's. He hath revealed this to you in the book, that when ye hear the signs of Allah disbelieved in and mocked at, then sit ye not down with them until they plunge into another discourse, for verily then ye would be like them. Verily Allah will gather the hypocrites and the misbelievers into hell together. Those who lie in wait for you, and if victory be yours from Allah, say, were we not with you? And if the misbelievers have a chance, they say, did we not get the mastery over you and defend you from the believers? But Allah shall judge between you on the resurrection day, for Allah will not give the misbelievers away against believers. Verily the hypocrites seek to deceive Allah, but He deceives them, and when they rise up to pray, they rise up lazily to be seen of men, and do not remember Allah except a few, wavering between the two, neither to these nor yet to those. But whomsoever Allah doth lead astray, thou shalt not find for him a way. Thou shalt not find for him a way. O ye who believe, take not misbelievers for patrons rather than believers. Do ye wish to make for Allah power against you? Verily the hypocrites are in the lowest depths of hellfire, and thou shalt not find for them a help, save those who turn again and do right, and take tight hold on Allah, and are sincere in religion to Allah. These are with the believers, and Allah will give to the believers mighty hire, should Allah punish you, if you are grateful and believe, for Allah is grateful and knowing. So God's omnipresent, so it's not like you can go somewhere and grab a hold of God as something distinct or something. That's where this translation gets weird. But here is again, the mention of the covfefe, and the start of the 6th, is it the 6th? 30th, Jizza is the singular, okay. Allah, or is it the plural? Oh, I messed it up. The people just typically say Jews. Allah loves not publicly the mention of evil speech unless one has been wronged, for Allah both hears and knows. So, evil is not for entertainment in the Islamic vision. Again, the mere entertainment of wasting one's time, but the, watching Law and Order stories about evil is, stuff is to address issues. Here's a nose. If he display good or hide it or pardon evil, verily Allah is pardoning and powerful. Verily those who disbelieve in Allah and His apostles desire to make a distinction between Allah and His apostles and say we believe in part and disbelieve in part and desire to take a midway course between the two. These are the misbelievers, and we have prepared for the misbelievers shameful woe among those who believe in Allah and His apostles and who do not make a distinction between any one of them. To these we will give their hire, for Allah is forgiving and merciful, and the people of the book will ask thee to bring down for them a book from heaven. But they asked Moses a greater thing than that, for they said, show us Allah openly. But the thunderbolt caught them in their injustice. Then they took the calf after what had come to them of the manifest signs, but we pardoned that, and gave Moses obvious authority, and we held over them the mountain at their compact, and said to them, enter the door adoring, and we said to them, transgress not on the Sabbath day. Friday sunset to Saturday sunset in all the Semitic languages is Sabbat or Shabbat. And we took them from them a rigid compact, but for that they broke their compact, and for their misbelief in Allah's signs, and for their killing the prophets undeservedly, and for their saying our hearts are uncircumcised. Nay, Allah hath stamped on them their misbelief, so they cannot believe except a few, and for their misbelief, and for their saying about Mary a mighty calumny, and for their saying, verily we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the apostle of Allah. But they did not kill him, and they did not crucify him, but a similitude was made for them. And verily those who differ about him are in doubt concerning him. They have no knowledge concerning him, but only follow an opinion. They did not kill him for sure, nay, Allah raised him up unto himself, for Allah is mighty and wise, and there shall not be one of the people of the book, but shall believe in him before his death, and on the day of judgment he shall be a witness against them. And for the injustice of those who are Jews we have forbidden them good things which had been made lawful for them, and for their obstructing so much the way of Allah, and for their taking usury when we had forbidden it, and for their devouring the wealth of the people in vain. But we have prepared for those of them who misbelieve a grievous woe. Now, of course, not condemning all the Jews, either in their belief or their behavior, but other Jews had to deal with the consequences of what the bad ones did. And there was later Jewish writings about how Jesus is burning in hell for basically bouncing off the Christian belief. And, they killed him, and he's burning, a lot of bad stuff was said. And it's not exactly historical to wait until after the Christians start writing their Gospels and then say it's a donkey on a cross, or it's various other things that some people said. But if you look at the Bible, Jesus was, and of course usury, the unlawful increased interest, is very forbidden in the Jewish faith. But Jesus was, he looked, black. By American standards, we say black because Semitic people are brown skinned. They're black, woolly haired. They're about yay tall on average. The men are, and the women are about yay tall. He definitely would not have resembled me in a white outfit, particularly with the expensive red as it was at the time. And but those amongst them who are firm in knowledge, and the believers who believe in what is revealed to thee, let what is revealed before thee, and the steadfast in prayer, and the givers of alms, and the believers in the law, and the last day, unto these we will give a mighty hire. Verily we have inspired thee, as we inspired Noah, and the prophets after him, and as we inspired Abraham, and Ishmael, and Jacob, and the tribes, and Jesus, and Job, and Jonas, and Aaron, and Solomon, and David, did we give the psalms of the apostles. We have already told thee of some before, and of apostles some we have not told thee of. And of course, being a prophet first to the Semites, and of course the message was spread beyond there, it was most important for the people that initially encountered it to have, oh yeah, we know who this is, we differ, but okay, we can take lesson from this, maybe we got the story wrong, or so. The tribes being the Israelites, the actual Israelites, not the modern Israelites, not the Jews that don't descend from Israelites. So back when they got prophet after prophet after prophet, and there were very good communities who actually followed the prophets and passed on enough of the faith. But God sent prophets everywhere, not just one tribe or two. But Moses did a law speaking apostles, giving glad tidings and warning that men should not have no argument against the law after the apostles. For a law is mighty wise, but a law bears witness to what he has revealed to thee. He revealed it in his knowledge, and the angels bear witness too. Though a law is witness enough, verily those who misbelieve and obstruct the way of a law have erred a wide error. Verily those who misbelieve and are unjust, Allah will not pardon them, nor will he guide them on the road, save the road to hell, to dwell therein for aye. That is easy enough to Allah, O ye folk. The apostles come to you with truth from your Lord. Believe then, for it is better for you. But if ye misbelieve, then Allah is what is in the heavens and the earth, and Allah is knowing wise. So, O ye people of the book, do not exceed your religion in your religion, nor say against Allah save the truth. The Messiah, Jesus, the Son of Mary, is but the apostle of the law and his word, which he has cast into Mary, and his spirit from him. Believe then in Allah and his apostles. Say not three have done, it were better for you. Allah is only one Allah, celebrated be his praise, that he should beget a son. His is what is in the heavens and what is in the earth, and Allah is sufficient for guardian. The Messiah doth surely not disdain to be a servant of Allah, nor do the angels who are nigh to him. And whatsoever disdains his service and is too proud, he will gather them all together to himself. And the word has a different connotation. The Nabi is the word because he's the living book. He comes and he says the book, but he lives the book. So in that sense, every Nabi is all 319 or whatever of the Rasul who were also Nabi. That is what the exemplar prophet is. And before Jesus' death, we're not talking about the three other people, just the prophet, not Apollonius, not Barabbas, not Barnabas, just Isa alayhi salam, is who we're referring to. Not the Bible has four figures into one person at least, plus a bunch of mythological characters, but that's another point. is that I've encountered Jews and I've encountered Christians that they weren't Christian, they weren't Jews in that sense. They actually thought of Jesus as sort of a real sort of prophet figure at some point, but they backtracked on it and either worshipped him or rejected him. But that's one way of looking at things. But as for those who believe and do what is right, he will pay their hire and will give increase to them of his grace. But as for those who disdain and are too proud, he will punish them with a grievous woe, and they shall not find for them other than Allah, a patron or a help. O ye folk, proof has come to you from your Lord, and we have sent down to you manifest light. As for those who believe in Allah and take tight hold of him, he will make them enter into mercy from him and grace, and he will guide them to himself by a right way. They will ask thee for a decision. Say, Allah will give you a decision concerning remote kinship. If a man perish and have no child, but have a sister, let her have half of what he leaves, and he shall be her heir. If she have no son, but if there be two sisters, let them both have 2/3 of what he leaves. And if there be brethren, both men and women, let the male have the portion of 2 females. Allah makes this manifest to you, lest ye err, for Allah all things doth know. And again, the reminder that the men have the responsibility to take care of the women from their means, so it's an advantage to them. But, the closing up in terms of the inheritance, where it opened up as we're from the same, we're coming from the source, which that first verse of Surah 4 is something I've heard at weddings. And so, although it's not required, it's just the conditions are met. You don't really even have to say any of the Quran to get married. But that's what some people do.